So first, to start off this look today, I'm going to take my Bella Pierre shadow base, and I'm just going to distribute this all over my lids as you do as our eyeshadow primer in preps for our eyeshadow look today. I'm actually going to a Luke's holiday party. I'm super excited. That's what I'm getting ready for in this video. I decided to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eyes palette, so I'm just taking that very light vanilla shade and I'm going to pop that all over the lid to be our creamy vanilla base for our shadows. Lola just jumped on my lap as I'm filming this, so I'm sorry if you hear any purring or any funny noises. Lola just wants to be a part of the show. Welcome, Lola! In the same palette, I'm just going to take that first light medium brown shade and I'm going to blend that in my crease as our transition color to pop out behind all the rest of our shades. I'm going for kind of my typical smoky eye, but not the one I just did a video on, my go-to smoky eye. This is kind of like a fast, easy, but kind of still glitzy, pretty version, but it's just super simple. I honestly didn't want to overdo my makeup too much because I was meeting Alok's co-workers and I'd never, met them before, and I didn't want to show up looking like a hua and like just, too much glam. It's like an office party, so I was trying to be pretty and comfortable like in my own makeup without going over the top. So this was kind of the look that I threw together for that. Next, still sticking with the Kat Von D shadow palette, I'm going to take the really warm brown at the other end of the palette, and I was just focusing this on the outer V of my eyes to give a lot of dimension and that smoky factor that I love. It's so funny, I used to not be a fan of brown eyeshadows and now I use them like all the time. Isn't it just weird how your makeup changes throughout the years, like your preferences? I would love to hear what you guys used to hate about makeup and if you've learned to love it, or vice versa, something you always used to do and now you never do it because you found a different way to do it or different colors to use. I just love hearing little stories like that, so definitely let me know what you guys have changed in your routine over the years. Next, I'm going to pop into the matte black of the eyeshadow palette because if there's a matte black shadow, I'm going to use it. It's my favorite type of shadow. That's one thing that has stayed true since I started my channel. I've always used black eyeshadow. I just love it. So I'm just adding this right on top of that smoky brown in the outer V to add some dimension and just give me the whole smoky vibe that you guys know I love. Next up, I'm taking a wide shader brush. This is the E60 from Sigma. It's what I use in all my live swatching videos. It's amazing. And I'm just taking a medium brown shadow to place all over the lid. I knew I was going to probably cover this up with some type of glittery shadow, so I didn't care too much about what I was putting on my lid. Just something to kind of cover any of the lighter areas that are still showing through. So just a medium brown works fine. And then on top of that, because like I was saying, I did want a little bit of glamour, a little bit of glitz, I took Colourpop Cosmetics Hiney Super Shock Shadow. This came in the Laura Lee collab for the NKLA foundation, I believe it is called, which was a super cool collab, so that was awesome. But anyway, I'm just using Hiney all over the lid, and I really love this color. It's a really pretty rose gold, a nice amount of shimmer in there. I ended up switching to a brush because sometimes this just packs on the Super Shock shadows a little bit better for me. It's the cream color brush from Sigma. I believe it's the E58 brush, and I use it a lot for the Super Shock shadows. It's actually meant for, like I said, like a creamy shadow, and so I find it works best with these Super Shocks. Next, I wanted a little bit of black liner, so I'm taking my Makeup Forever Aqua XL M10 paint liner, or Aqua Paint, I think they call them. I've just been really favoring it as my eyeliner lately because it's so black, it is so matte, you can get a really clean, precise line with it. I love it. Then to tightline my eyes, I took the Smoke Pencil by Urban Decay. I love it because it's just a nice charcoal. It's not too dark or too smoky. It's a really pretty color. Now, popping over to the face, I'm going to take the Milk Makeup Blur Stick, which I used to love and then I disliked it for a minute, and now I'm loving it again. I think it depends on how my skin's doing at the moment. Next, for foundation, I took my Too Faced Peach Perfect Warm Nude Foundation with my 3D HD Max Kabuki Sigma brush, and I just use this to apply my foundation and clean up under the eyes, any fallout. It's just like, you guys know, it's my favorite foundation brush because it makes it so easy to apply and blend in. And I love this foundation. It's just been doing great things for my skin. Not that it's been treating my skin, I just think it makes it look really good, so I love it. And then for concealer, another product I've been favoring lately, this is the All Nighter Concealer by Urban Decay in the shade Light. I did have a comment saying that it was too yellow for me, but unfortunately the next one down is the Fair, and it is just like white on me, and I unfortunately cannot use that, so this is the best shade for me. I really do believe it. It's possible I apply too much sometimes, or maybe I could try mixing it with the Fair and see if that makes it a little bit better, but I personally don't think it's too yellow. I actually really like how it looks, and I feel like it brightens really well. I also applied some down my nose to kind of help in my contouring, but yeah, I'm a fan of it. Next, to set my under eye, I took the Peach Perfect Setting Powder, which I love. Again, I just said this in my past go-to smoky eye video. It's so weird if you get it in your mouth because it actually is sweet and you're like, wait, how is this makeup? Because it kind of tastes good. It's a little weird. But anyway, that's what I use. And then popping back into the Shade and Light palette, I'm just going to take this cool toned smoky brown and just blur that underneath my eyes and really smoke out that lower lash line because I like a little smoky, you guys know. Now, I knew I wasn't going to wear false lashes, so I decided to curl my lashes with the Tweezerman Lash Curler. And then for mascara, using one of my all-time favorites, this is the Tarteist mascara, or Tarteist mascara by Tarte Cosmetics. I always say Tarteist, but it's Tarteist. I know, I don't know why I read it funny, I just do. So I just threw on a ton of coats of this, and I was so happy at the end because I didn't stab myself in the eye like I usually do. Next, for bronzer, I'm taking the Benefit Cosmetics Hoola bronzer. I did a little bit of contouring, but kind of more shading. It wasn't even like a serious contour because for me, Hoola is just a little too warm to use as a contour product. I kind of just use it as an overall bronzer. So I did my cheeks, and then I went up to my favorite zone, my forehead area. You guys know I love to bronze that to death. So those are the areas I really focused on, and a little bit underneath the jawline for photos. Next, for my nose contour, I'm taking my favorite Fiona Stiles Sheer Sculpting Palette. It is the best for my nose contour because it is so ashy. It's super neutral, but it also has some super cool tones in it, so it's really great for my contour anyway. Then for blush, I used Benefit Cosmetics Rockateur, which is one of my all-time favorite blushes. It's a beautiful pink, it smells fantastic, and it has a little sheen in it. So if you didn't want to wear highlighter, you still get a bit of a glow, especially as the blush wears throughout the day and your oils kind of mix into it. It gets a little more glowy, so I love it. Then for highlighter, I'm taking one of my favorites of all time. Again, this is seriously like a favorites video. It's so funny, but this is the Ofra Cosmetics Rodeo Drive highlighter. I think in my last video I called this Rodeo Drive and everyone laughed at me, so I'm sorry. Sometimes I just read things super fast and I don't even take into consideration what it actually says. I don't know. I still have social anxiety in like small little ways. Even when filming videos, I get like nervous sometimes talking, so just my personal problems. You guys know I'm full of them. But anyway, I just use this on my cheekbones, my nose, my cupid's bow, and a little bit on my forehead, how I like to do. And then I also took a blending brush and just popped a little of that on the inner corners of my eyes to give me a little extra glow there. Then I set my face with the Lavender Facial Spray by BADESCU, which I love. I just love that it's good for your skin too. And on the lips, I took one of my favorite lip liners. Again, I'm sorry this is such a favorites video. I think because I was in a hurry, I was just grabbing everything I usually use anyway. But this is Decay by Kylie Cosmetics. Then for my lips, I pretty much used all of the Kathleen Lights Colourpop collab lip products. I used Lil Pump liquid lipstick, and then I also used the New Moon lip gloss, and that's kind of how I got my neutrally pink lip. And then for my hair, I was in such a hurry, I just decided to straighten it because I never wear it straight. So that is it for this look, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I had so much fun at the party with Alok. It was so cool. I hope you guys are having fun at all your holiday parties, and stay safe, be healthy. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new video. Bye!